Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Monday the 24th of May 2021. In today's Millwall news, we have apparently signed someone. We've signed that goalkeeper, George Long. Apparently, this isn't official yet, but it would not surprise me. There's been a couple of signings recently where they do this thing, where they'll do the deal, they'll do the medical. They'll all know that it's done. It'll be the world's worst kept secret, and they do that because what they want to do is they want to do interviews. They film interviews, they edit them, they get the clips up on their website. They have photos and all that kind of thing, and they push that out usually the day after, or yeah. And that's what they do these days. But apparently, according to a lot of people on the internet, we've signed this guy. So this is from footballinsider247.com, but it's also on other websites. But I don't know. This is a kind of a clickbait website, and what they do is they'll just take stories from each other. So someone could make something up, and then it could be the others will just copy it. Because you'll have like 3 or 4 things saying something is true, but it might not be true. But the reason why this is true, because earlier last week I made a video about it. Richard Corley of South London Press, which is londonnewsonline.co.uk, they put this out as well. They said, it's basically there's a medical this week. He's coming down from medical, so it would that anything that comes out of South London Press is basically grade A. Not rumour, not clickbait, grade A. So it seems the medical must have been taking place either today. I would imagine it would be today. I don't think they would have done anything at the weekend. So if it was done today, they'll probably do. If they've been filming things yesterday, it was very bad weather. So, well, if they were filming things today, it was very bad weather. Maybe they'll film tomorrow morning, but maybe they've already filmed it and they're editing now, and they're going to put it up tomorrow. So we'll see when it comes up on the official site. But Millwall have got a new goalkeeper. So, and is this our first summer signing? I'm pretty sure. So let's have a read of this. Millwall have signed Old City goalkeeper George Long on a free transfer. Football Insider can reveal the shot stopper completed a medical with the South London club today, so the medical was today. A source told Football Insider he then signed a 2-year contract, and Millwall set to imminently announce his arrival. Yes, well, not really. So I assume that's going to be coming tomorrow then. Like I said, they film little interviews and stuff. They got to edit it all together and put it up, and I imagine I'll put it out online tomorrow. His whole contract was due to end next month, and he rejected attempts to tie him to an extension. The 27-year-old was Hull's number 1 when they were relegated from the Championship in the 1920 campaign. However, he lost his place to Matt Ingram last season as the Hull City Tigers clinched the League One title. Long kept 7 clean sheets in 13 appearances across all compositions for Grant McCann's side last term, including 4 in 8 league games, in 8 League One games. In his 3-year spell at the KCOM Stadium, the former England under-20 international made 65 appearances. He arrived from his boyhood club Sheffield United in 2018 after playing over 100 games for the Blades. Millwall are in the market for competition for number 1 Bartosz Białkowski. They recently released previous second choice Frank Fielding after his contract expired, as he was limited to just 2 FA Cup appearances last term. Białkowski, 33, played every minute of the league campaign and kept 17 clean sheets in the process. The Lions finished 11th in the Championship, 15 points off the playoff positions and 19 points above the relegation zone. Another thing to note here, so Frankie Fielding, he only got a 1-year contract. This George Longy has got a 2-year contract. So what I think their strategy is, or Gary Rowett was he in his mind, is he plays backup to Bart this season, and then next season highly likely that it will take over from Bart, because Bart will be 34 pushing on 35. Will he still be up there? Who knows? Even though he got player of the season this season, I didn't think Bart played as well as he did last season. So we'll see how that comes across. But 2-year contract, it says here, 2-year contract. So I think basically he's long term. It's a long term thing. He's good enough to be a first choice keeper in the Championship now. But maybe they'll go with Bart because he's the one who's king of the goal. You know, he's player of the season 2 years running, so it's his place to lose. But we could have a situation where if he has a bit of a wobble in the middle of the season, or like again if he injures his hand, because last season he broke one of his fingers and he was playing with a broken finger, and that coincided when we had that little run where we didn't win a bloody game. So we've got a player who can come in and be good enough to be a number one in the Championship. So that's nice. That is an improvement. Definitely an improvement over Frank Fielding. Decent signing. Let's move on now to Loan Watch. I could have brought you all this yesterday, but I didn't. I was too lazy to put it all together myself. Thankfully, news@den.co.uk. They do this every week. Fantastic website for Millwall news. They've been doing this series all season long. Loan Watch. They follow the Millwall players who are out on loan and let us know how they get on. And I'm gonna tell you what they've said. Millwall Loan Watch. Centre back set for last day drama, plus defender gets a taste of glory as St Johnstone. Complete double. Bromley's fate on the last day of the season is out of their own hands, despite a dramatic 95-minute winner at Aldershot on Saturday. Alex Mitchell played centre-back as Joe Kizzy scored with almost the last kick of action to clinch a 3-2 win, but Bromley are level on points with Chesterfield, who are in the last playoff place in 7th, but the Spyrites have a +7 better goal difference. That's huge amount of... It's not impossible to overcome, but it's kind of getting a bit unlikely there. Bromley will drop to 9th if Eastleigh win their game in hand and Altrincham on Tuesday evening. The South London side hosts Notts County in the last game of the season next Saturday. If Eastleigh win on Tuesday, then Bromley will need to hope 2 of Eastleigh, Chesterfield and Wrexham slip up next weekend, as well as beating County. And don't forget, if you want to go to that game, you can go to that game now. Bromley at home to Notts County. I believe, I'm not sure, it might have sold out. I don't know if they're doing all ticket games or you can turn up on a day. But if you want to go down to Bromley's ground and watch that game, you can. You are allowed by law. That's a strange thing to be saying, isn't it? Also in National League, midfielder Sam Skeffington did his former Millwall under-23 teammate Isaac Olofi a huge favour as Barnet held second place Torquay to a 2-2 draw. The goals needed a win to move level on points with Olofi Sutton at the top of the table and were well on their way through goals from Jake Andrews and Connor Lemonhay Evans with just 23 minutes gone. However, Mike Petrasso scored a penalty in the 37th minute and Theomis Kefales levelled 9 minutes into the second half. The following day, Olofi was on the mark as Sutton defeated Hartlepool 3-0 to clinch a first ever promotion to the Football League. In Scotland, James Brown was also part of a history-making side as Callum Davidson's St Johnstone added the Scottish Cup to their League Cup win by defeating the Hibernians 1-0 at Hampden. Sean Rudy headed home the only goal in the 32nd minute as the Saints won a domestic cup double. Remarkably, Rooney also scored the winner in the League Cup final against Livingston in the same minute. Rooney was kept out of the side early in the season by Danny McNamara, but reclaimed his place and was preferred to James Brown in the second half of the campaign. But Lions defender James Brown got his taste of glory as he replaced Rooney with 11 minutes left and claimed his first senior honour of his career. The Saints are the first side outside of the old firm since Aberdeen in 1990 to complete the domestic cup double. And so it's been a bit of a bittersweet week for James Brown, because we had news last week that he was getting released. He wasn't going to be given a new contract next season, and now here he is getting a medal in the Scottish Cup final. Damn, that's highs and lows there, highs and lows. Hopefully he can go on to go on and make something of his career in football, and hopefully this won't be the peak of it. Here there's a Scottish Cup final medal. Hopefully he can do other things in the game. Former Millwall assistant Davidson said, Hibs have had a fantastic season and it could have gone either way. I'm just very fortunate it went our way. For a small club like St Johnstone to create a cup double, not many teams outside the old firm have managed to do it. I thought we weathered the storm and put pressure on Hibs. And then they say here, Skeffington and Brown are set to leave Millwall when their contracts expire at the end of June. So there you go. Okay. We're going to finish up today with this. So this is from millfc.co.uk, and they're asking for disabled fans. Any disabled fans out there watching this, or if you know any, you want to show them this? Complete the Level Playing Field annual survey. So Level Playing Field is an organisation that is provides information for disabled fans who want to go to the games, like the information of how you're going to get there. Can you get parking there? If you're blind, can you get those things where they give you a commentator in your ear so you can listen to what's happening? Other kinds of things. So it says here the 2020-21 Level Playing Field annual survey for disabled supporters is out now. The results of the survey will give LPF clearer understanding of the disabled fans' experiences and help to provide better support. The results will be shared with clubs and governing bodies. Click here to take the survey, which closes on Sunday 20th of June. And yeah, so if anyone who's disabled and they've been to a game or been to anywhere, probably not last season, but if you haven't taken this survey before, fill it out and let them know what you need as a disabled supporter. And this is their website here. I'm going to bring this up now. So it gives you details of so this is for Millwall, the Den, and the contact people you need to contact, their emails and their phone numbers, and in the number of wheelchair users spaces, 36 for Millwall fans and 10 for away fans. And I've always felt very sorry for the disabled away fans, because the North Stand not being used fully, it means you have the away fans up the top, the normal away fans up the top, and then you got the disabled fans all on their own down at the bottom. If it used to be when in League One, if it was a small team, there'd be like one person down on his own, or one or two people. So, that's kind of sad, isn't it? And God help them when it rains, because they get absolutely drenched. Yeah, you always kind of feel sorry for them. But on the other hand, there has been a couple of games when you had to laugh, because the disabled fans at the front of the North Lower, when there was a bit of aggro, the Millwall fans, I think, got on the pitch. Or one time they did get on the pitch and charged towards the away fans, and it was like a miracle, because the geezer, or like one geezer in a wheelchair, jumped up, and like he actually jumped up and stood up, and like, come on in. It's like, I thought you were disabled, mate. You just blown your cover. But maybe he was disabled, or maybe it was just a chancer. Because you do, if you're willing to go through all this stuff, you can get a cheap ticket. I think the tickets are cheaper, and I think you get a free helper to go with you. So it's basically 2 for the price of 1. But you just need to bring your own wheelchair. But how many people can have to? How many people got the brass balls to go through all that just for a cheap ticket? So number of accessible toilets, 3 in the home stands. I think that must be 1 for each stand, yeah, and one for the away. They do. Millwall does audio commentary for blind and partially sighted supporters. It's free, but there is a limited supply, first come first served. You're allowed to bring a guide dog, but they want to know before you do. And I suppose if you got one of those sticks, because if you're going into the stadium with a stick, I mean, like if it does kick off, someone next to you could grab it off you, start whacking people with it. Hearing loops are available in the ticket offices and collection windows. The club shop, hospitality. So the hospitality suite and boxes are all accessible with lifts, but the executive seats are not accessible for wheelchair users. Food. This is good. The club offer a service to wheelchair supporters where a member of staff will take your order before half time and deliver your food to you at half time. This is also available for wheelchair supporters in a away stand. Oh, how amazing would that be if they did that to everyone? If you could sit in your stand and order on your phone, and then they'll bring it to you, like they're doing with pubs these days, where you're not allowed to order at the bar. You have to sit at your table, and some places have got like apps out now. How amazing would that be if you could do that in the stand at Millwall? Just order your stuff, and then some teenager on minimum wage brings it to you. That'd be fantastic. Total number of parking spaces, 18 for home, 6 for away. Parking spaces are available 9 days before each game. Supporters ringing to book their slot. Once the allocated parking is sold out, we issue drop-off parking permits and also create a reserve list. Okay, so there you go. So that's what Millwall are doing for disabled supporters, and that's what Level Playing Field do. They collect all the information. So if you were an away fan and you wanted to come to Millwall, you'd look at this and you say, oh, I'm a disabled person, football fan, I need to do this and this if I want to go to Millwall. And you can look on all the other clubs. They do, I think they do all the football league teams, all that stuff, and other venues as well. But that's what they do. So if you're disabled and you want to let them know about your needs as you go to support your football team, come to this link on millwallfc.co.uk and click on this to take the survey. And that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.